Alright, so Johnny Somali got himself into an insane amount of trouble in South Korea to the point where now he's facing decades in prison. And now his solution for all of this is, can you guess? Escaping to North Korea. Yeah, that's the great idea that the genius Johnny Somali came up with. Okay, so the previous video that I made was about the stuff that Johnny Somali did, but in case you missed it, you can go watch that, but I'm just gonna quickly give you a summary of that video. So what happened was that Johnny Somali has been doing a lot of crazy stuff in the country of South Korea. So just some quick background context here. South Korea has these statues called the Statues of Peace, which are statues of the comfort women from World War II. And the history there is that these were South Korean women, or should I say Korean women more generally, who were victims of SA during World War II. Okay, and so these statues have been made to honor those victims of these horrific crimes. And Johnny Somali, instead of showing respect when he saw these statues, instead did this. Check this out.
Oh, this is what I was looking for.
Actually?
Yeah. Japan hates this thing. Right here.
Yeah, make sure to fucking show it.
Japan hates this thing.
Tell them why. Tell them why.
Let me sit down with it. Put it, hold it. Japan hates. Let me sit down with it. I don't know if it's respect to sit here. Hold on. I stand with the Korean people. Bring it closer to me. Bring it come closer. I stand with the Korean people. I love Korea. And everything that I did in Japan was for the Korean and the Chinese people. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
So yeah guys, you just saw the absolute insane stuff that Johnny Somali did. This is just absolutely unacceptable, disrespecting the victims of those horrible crimes like this, and doing these horrible, inappropriate things, and just disrespecting the history behind these statues. And of course, this is something that really enraged South Koreans. And they weren't happy about this at all. They were very angry when they saw this. So this situation got so bad that Johnny Somali actually ended up in a situation where now South Korean authorities have taken note of this horrible behavior of his, and now he's facing an insane amount of jail time. So he's facing up to 36 years in jail. And so now that he's in this horrible situation, one of the things that he's posted online is this video of him trying to escape to North Korea. So check this out.
I'm outside. I'm at the DMZ, the border of North Korea. Y'all niggas not gonna catch me alive. No, nigga, take me. Like, nigga, I'm willing to be like fucking, who's that black nigga? What the fuck his name is? Dennis Rodman? I'm the next Dennis Rodman. Oh. See y'all niggas later. Korean nigga. Shout out PR. Yeah, y'all niggas never gonna catch me, nigga. Peace out.
Alright, so that was just absolutely ridiculous right there. Obviously, that was not the border with North Korea. That was not the DMZ. That was just some random park or some like rural area that he just went to. And, he filmed this there. Yeah, This is just crazy. I mean, come on, man. Like, who are you trying to fool? That is not the DMZ, okay? The DMZ is filled with soldiers, okay? If you tried going to the real DMZ, man, you're gonna get turned into Swiss cheese with all the holes that they're gonna fire into you, dude. It's gonna be insane. And so now you might be wondering that, what even is the DMZ? What is he referring to here? And so we can take a look at the history of the DMZ. So here it says the Korean Demilitarized Zone is a heavily militarized strip of land running across the Korean peninsula near the 38th parallel north. The Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, is a border barrier that divides the peninsula roughly in half. It was established to serve as a buffer zone between the sovereign states of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, North Korea, and the Republic of Korea, South Korea, under the provisions of the Korean Armistice Agreement in 1953, an agreement between North Korea, China, and the United Nations Command. And so if we take a look at the map of the DMZ, you can see right here we have these tunnels. So you have the first tunnel, third tunnel, second tunnel, fourth tunnel, and you have the military demarcation line, and you got South Korea and North Korea. And right there you can actually see Seoul, South Korea. Okay, so the thing is, the reason that I keep bringing up the DMZ and I went into all this detail about the DMZ is because we need to know just how insanely defended this border is. Okay, so in fact, I'm gonna show you a picture of the DMZ at night. Okay, so this is actually a picture showing North and South Korea at night, and you can see the DMZ, that line. You can see it at night because it's well lit. And so it's pretty insane, man. It's some crazy, crazy stuff. Now, before I continue, I just want to say that I'm giving out shout-outs on this channel to people who subscribe, hit the bell, and comment, "I subscribed." If you do that, in the next video, I'll give you a shout-out. Now, back to the video. So yeah, guys, now that we know that the DMZ is very, very heavily militarized and it's very, very well guarded, you can very clearly tell that that was definitely not the DMZ, okay? It's not just a bunch of bushes and just some random, brick structure that he just hopped over. Like, you know how crazy that is? Like, imagine if that were the actual DMZ. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, these are two countries with insane militaries, and like, that's what you think is gonna stop a war. Like, yeah, okay, man, alright, buddy. And so Johnny Somali's whole thing where he's like, yeah, I'm escaping to North Korea, guys, you can't get me. Yeah, that makes no sense whatsoever. And another crazy thing is, like, I just don't understand what makes him think that North Korea is gonna welcome him. Like, bro, aren't you like American? Don't you know the history between the US and North Korea? They don't like each other, man. It's crazy because it's like South Korea actually gets along with the US. And, he ended up just absolutely destroying his reputation in the South. So it's like the only Korea that actually likes you, you ended up turning it against you. And the other one, well, they're not going to be very nice to you anyway because of your nationality. So yeah, it's some crazy, crazy stuff right here. Another thing is, how is Johnny Somali going to keep streaming if he were to, let's say, hypothetically, end up running away to North Korea? Like, how are you going to stream? Because North Korea is known worldwide for not allowing the internet. So if you're in a country that doesn't even have the internet, then how on earth are you going to be this internet live streamer then, right? Like, your entire source of income is just gonna go away. So even if you were to escape South Korea, what's the point? And the crazy thing here is how, like, he can't even like run across some border here because, like, South Korea is surrounded by water on 3 sides. And then to the north, you have North Korea, and they have this insane, heavily guarded border. So the only border that he could have crossed, illegally of course, that border is super heavily defended. And so, and also, South Korea is surrounded by water on all the other sides. So what is he gonna do? Is he gonna swim across the Pacific Ocean back to the US? And the crazy thing is that you have Japan nearby. But now, okay, so first of all, yeah, I was just kidding about the whole swimming thing. Of course, you would like straight up die if you tried swimming that much. Like, that would not work. But, the thing is that Japan is nearby, and he's ended up destroying his reputation in Japan as well, because he was in Japan before, and he did crazy antics over there as well, and that led to people getting really, really mad at him. And so, yeah, he's hated in Japan as well. So it's crazy stuff, man. This dude is just destroying his reputation left, right, and center. He just finds a target country, goes there, and just becomes an absolute menace for the local population. It's crazy stuff, man. At some point, he's not gonna be able to get away with this stuff. And I don't know, man. I don't think this time with the South Korea stuff he's really gonna get away with it. Maybe he does, but this time it looks like things are becoming more serious for him, so yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And also, let me know what you think about this whole situation down in the comments below. And if you have some suggestions for future videos, let me know those also down in the comments below. And with all that being said, guys, this is Alexi, signing out.